What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Just trying to fade the music, but I had the wrong fader. It's going to be fun. So today, actually the last couple of days here, we've been doing a lot of fun stuff on the, do I call this a channel? On the stream. Been making some really cool apparel and some vehicle wraps and some logos and all kinds of random stuff. I've got a brand new course that's dropping tomorrow morning, actually. It's going to be on Skillshare and in the Vault. If you're a Vault member, the Vault is it's a subscription to all the courses that I make. Go to derrickmitchell.com/vault. You can see it. But basically, if you're a Vault member, you get access to it as well. And I teach how to do logo design and basically my logo design process. And it's fun because what we do is we use a random word generator to come up with these random words and then build a brand around it. So the words that I got during the course production was mysterious, energy, coalition, So this is what it looks like here. This is the hoodie that I made yesterday, I think. So it was a ton of fun. We did this. We did a lot of different versions, different colors. That's the thumbnail for the course. I don't remember why that's up. Oh yeah, because we're building today. We're going to be making some thumbnail mock-ups. But all this stuff, we did some vehicle design. We didn't design the vehicles. We designed graphics for the vehicles. So, but my wife lovingly pointed out that my channel on Behance looks like a mess. All of my thumbnails, well, there are no thumbnails. It's just me making awkward facial expressions. So let me bring this over here. Yeah, so all of these streams that I've been doing, life has been busy and I haven't come back and added thumbnails to it like this. So these are some of the other thumbnails I've done. Here's one. I guess when I hover over it, it disappears. But anyway, so we're going to make some thumbnails today. I've already made thumbnails before. I mean, that's really nothing new as far as the design process goes. And in fact, let me pull this up real quick. Oh dear. Logo design thumbnail. That's not the one I want. This one. Okay, so here's a bunch of thumbnails in the past that I've kind of experimented with for my channel. This was the very, very, very beginning of me starting to explore some things. My wife is like, you don't want them to look like everybody else's on the channel. You got to make it different. So I kept pushing it further and further and further. Kept pushing it. And then I decided to take a screenshot of everything else just to kind of see how it would fit, you know, sitting on top of or next to others. Okay. Kept pushing it further and further. This is a couple that I did, I don't know, like a month ago. And then these are the ones that I've been publishing with. So now what I need to do is I need to make some thumbnails for the latest videos, basically is what we're doing. So I don't remember. Okay, so this is a 1920 by 1080. So what I did is I just clicked on the title. These are all artboards in Photoshop. And I clicked on the title, which tells me the dimensions in the options bar. And what I'm going to do is that also opened up for me. Sorry, let me change something in my stream real quick just to make sure everybody can see everything I'm doing here. Good enough. All right. So basically, when I clicked on this, it also highlights that artboard here in my layers window. So I can turn that on and off. And if I wanted to use this one to start a new document, what I would do, there's a lot of ways you could do it. You just start a new document, Command N, that's nothing new, right? Start your document, set up the sizing, whatever, close that. What I'm gonna do is actually right click on this layer title. Technically this was an artboard I clicked on. And then up here, I'm gonna click on duplicate artboard. And it looks like I need to cancel that. It looks like you guys still can't quite see. That's better. Okay. All right, right click, duplicate artboard. And then instead of duplicating it right inside, so right here I've got, what am I duplicating? It's going to be this artboard, and I can rename it to anything I want. Let's call it, what do I want to call this? Let's call this Behance thumbnail. Okay. And then the destination. So right now it's currently set to just duplicate itself inside of this destination, inside of this file. But if I change the document, I could add anything that's already open in Photoshop, or I can come down here and click on new. And I can add a new document. Let's actually call this Behance Live, whoops. Behance Live thumbnails. So we'll go ahead and click OK, and it's going to duplicate it and make it a new document up here. So we gave it the name, and then the thumbnail name is the same. That camera can still see you making the swap for me. My lovely wife bringing me a fresh drink. Thank you. I can't hear you. What? You're pretty stealthy. They might not have noticed had I not said anything. That's funny. Also, I see you over on YouTube. There's probably like a 20-second delay. I see you. Can I get your courses? Sure. How are we going to do that? Let me finish this thought real quick. We'll come back to that. Stay tuned. Okay, so we just duplicated this artboard here. So we're in a brand new document. And so I've got this artboard and everything came with it. Very cool. However, you'll notice we got the little asterisk next to the title, which is telling me that it hasn't been saved yet. So let's go ahead and save this. I'm just gonna hit Command S. Oh, you know what else I didn't do? I didn't make a folder for today's live stream. Let's do that. New folder. Today the 22nd? 23rd, I think. All right, let's just save it in here. Cool. All right, so there's a few things going on here. I'm just gonna clone this already. We've got this one artboard. There's two of my favorite ways to do it. Simply one is Command J to jump cut this to a new layer. So it duplicates the artboard, or with the move tool selected, I can click on here on the title of the artboard, hold down the option key and then click and drag whichever direction I want. Hold down the shift key and it'll make it go vertical or horizontal or in 45-degree angles. And then let go. And it was getting a little bit weird. My computer's jumping a little bit right now. But anyway, those are the two ways that I would duplicate this. So I'm going to leave this first one as a reference. And let's just give it a title, V1, or maybe template. We'll call this one the template. Doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to work a little bit more organized. This one is going to be, all right, let's see. Let's make... Let me see. I'm looking for, oh, there we go. Behance.net. And I'm going to go to my profile. I know you can't see me right now on the screen here. All right, so live streams. Okay. So these are the ones we're going to be updating. So let's start with, this one was cool. This one I did the apparel mock-up. This one I did, let's do, okay, we'll do apparel mock-ups for this one. So we'll call this, oops, apparel mock-up. Okay. And then if I just hit the plus, it just brings the artboard versus all of the artwork. So I might try that. So I've got less stuff to work around. We'll call this one vehicle wraps. And what was the other one I did? Branding and 3D can. All right, so we'll call this one branding and 3D can. All right. So now I've got a few things to do here. Typically what I do when I'm designing, just trying to warm up, is I'll bring in the comps, I'll bring in the pieces, I'll bring in any assets that I have to work with, whether it's icons or whatever. So let me show you this. So these icons here, it's just on my mind. So we'll start here. This Illustrator and Photoshop icon. Since I'm on a Mac, I don't know how this works on a PC, or if it does work on a PC. Oh, I just had a small heart attack. I was thinking that my stream was going out with a different audio channel than the mixer, and I thought maybe you couldn't hear me. But anyway, let's see. what we're going to do, I'm going to jump into my Finder window. I'm going to go to my applications. And super cool feature on a Mac. Like I said, I don't know on a PC if it does this or how to even do this on a PC, but Adobe Dimension was an app I used on the 3D Can. So I'm going to come here to the app. I'm going to hit Command I instead of opening it. I'm just going to get information on this app. And then up here in the top left of this window, I can click on that thumbnail. It'll be highlighted. Then I can hit Command C to copy it. Jump back over into here. Make sure I'm on the right artboard. Hit Command V to paste, and it pastes in the icon from the app. So right now, this is just a regular rasterized layer. And if I were to scale this down and then scale it back up, it would lose clarity. So what I do, the first thing I do, let's rename this Dimension Icon. Right click, and then I'm going to convert it to a smart object. That way, no matter how I scale it, it remembers its original format. All right, so there's one icon, and I already have them over here, but these are already scaled and rotated. So I'm going to bring them in again fresh, so they're all the same size. So let's jump over to Illustrator. Adobe. I was looking for I, not Adobe Illustrator. All right, let's find that. Let's find the app, Command I. Grab this icon and click on it. Oops, wrong one, Illustrator. There we go. I also have a YouTube video where I talk about how to do this and change the icons of your thumb drives. Is that the right word? Oh my gosh, words are hard. Yeah, your thumb drives on your or your discs. Discs. Wow, guys, words are hard. I've got this little G drive SSD that I use for video editing, and so I have an icon of this whenever I plug it in. And then I've got another hard drive around here somewhere that has the Obey Giant sticker on it, which is super cool. Anyway, if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Derrick Mitchell, I have a video where I actually go through and show you exactly how to take an icon and replace the images on your thumb drives. Kind of a random thing to know how to do, but it's fun. All right, let's grab the Photoshop icon while we're at it. Get information, grab that, copy it, paste it. Try one more time. All right, got that. Paste. There we go. Photoshop, Illustrator, Dimension. I don't think I used any other apps for this stuff. We use the iPad apps, but that's just going to be the same icon. All right, so let's call this one Illustrator. Let's call this one Photoshop. Don't forget to right click and create smart object before we start scaling them around and doing stuff. Boom. Okay, so we've got our icons here. I'm just going to make a clone of this artboard just so I can leave those as is and always have something to come back to. All right, so now I can scale these and move them around without worrying about messing stuff up. Also, I like the little subtle stroke effect I added over here on this guy so it stands out. So I'm going to copy this effects, right click, scroll down, we're going to copy layer style. All right, and then I'm going to come up here to these three. We're going to paste the layer styles. And I think I can do 3 at a time. Right click. It's been a minute since I've done it like that. Paste layer style. Boom. Now they all 3 have that stroke layer style applied. All right. Next, let's bring in some more assets. So this is the can, and I happen to have that open already here somewhere. There we go. So there's the rendered image. I'll grab this. Oh, I wonder if I want to use the whole background. Let's start here. When you're working with this many files, I didn't mean to bring it into here. I'm going to undo that. Let's go back to the can. And I'm going to right click and duplicate the layer. And I do it from the menu here because then I can choose exactly which document to throw it into. When I have a million tabs open, sometimes it gets difficult. Then I can choose what artboard. So, okay. So I'm going to call this the Mysterious Energy Can. And then the document is the thumbnails we're working on. And the artboard is the 3D Can artboard. So I could choose what artboard to throw it to as well. We'll click OK. And now I can just jump over to that document. Boom, there it is. All right, so we've got that to work with. Scale it up a little bit. Okay, we'll probably just use this photo of me. My little signature dude. Gotta figure out which pieces are what. We'll group it. I'm going to change my select tool. So I've got my move tool selected and I have it set to auto select. So whatever I click on, it automatically jumps to that layer. But I'm going to change it from moving individual files. So right now, if I click just on this, it grabs just the photo of me. I'm going to change it to select rather than layer, select groups. So now if I click on this, it grabs the whole group that I just grouped. Because then I can just drag a copy over here, hold down the Option key. Did it come over? I got distracted. I was looking at something else. Oh yeah, it did. Delete. Bring it in front of everything else. Uh-oh. Why is it doing that? All right, fine. We'll do it this way. From the layers. There we go. Cool. And there's a lot going on here. There's maybe too much going on here. Let's see. Scale these guys down. Maybe get rid of this back can here. Interesting music we've got going on here. What's going on? It's interesting. I'll have, and it could be because I've got a bunch of documents open, but I'll have weeks where my computer seems to be running real strong and everything's fine. And then I'll have times like today and yesterday, last couple of days, where it feels like it's getting, I don't know, glitchy for no good reason. All right, we need a background. Hey, what's going on? Is it Shashin over on Behance? Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Also, just a reminder, you guys, I think my stream from what I'm saying to what you're actually finally seeing is about a 30-second delay. So anyway, all right. Yeah. Changes back to selecting just the layer. Let's make a backdrop on this here. There's too much going on. What do I want to do with this? I'm not sure. Simple is always better. At least that's my approach to things. But I feel like I always have to explore the more complicated ways first, just because it's part of the process. All right, so what I just did there, I had a new layer. Hit letter D to reset my color palette. So I've got black as a fill. And then hit letter G to get my gradient tool. And then up here in the options bar, I changed it to a linear gradient. And the gradient that I'm drawing or painting with is the foreground to transparent. And what that's going to do for you, whatever's on the front, so in my case, black, it'll go from that front color to then nothing, to transparent. So then what I can do is use that to kind of like, here's an extreme example. If I draw it like that on this layer, it adds to it. If I do like a black to white, every time I redraw, look over here in this layer, it resets that layer. Whereas if you go black or foreground to transparent, this one right here, you can stack effects on top of each other. So I'd use that to kind of quickly get something going on here. Change the blend mode to multiply. Let's scrub that opacity down a little bit. I don't know, man. I'm not digging these icons here. I don't know what I'm doing with. Make it up as we go. All right, let's lose the headshot thumbnail thing for a minute. Some text. Drop shadows a little bit extreme on this thing. Also, I have my light like right behind my screen for some reason. And I'm like blinded trying to look at these as I'm designing. It's all good. All right, size. Let's do that. I can't tell. This light's too bright. We'll bring this can in front though, so it's... Cool. I like it. All right. I mean, sure, why not? It looks cool. I'll save that one. All right, so now we got to make a mock-up for vehicle wraps. All right, so let's go find the coolest, most awesomest. Such a nerd. All right, let's see. Let's find. Okay, let's do the hoodies first because they're right here. So let's just do that. And I think this one was my favorite. So let's bring over the assets. Let me just kind of this. Let's see. If I come all the way down to, which one is this? It's the shadow. Okay, so down to here, group it. This is the hoodie. Let's duplicate this. Right click, duplicate group. And let's name this as hoodie. And let's throw it over into our Behance Live thumbnails on the apparel mockup artboard. Click OK. And it should be here waiting for us. Oh, there it is. Apparel mockup. Just going to delete this stuff here. All right, so it's in there. We'll come back to it. So now we need this background stuff. And I'm bringing them over separately so that way I can manipulate them back when I'm ready. All right, right click. I'm going to group all of this stuff. Let's duplicate the group. That's cool. I'm going to convert the hoodie to a smart object, just so that way as I scale things don't get weird. That's pretty cool. All right, now how do I want to make... I kind of want to leave it just like this as the thumbnail, even though it doesn't say exactly what we're doing or what we used. What did we use on this? I think we used Photoshop and Illustrator. So I'll grab these two icons. I'll drag them over. Pretty cool looking. I'm not gonna lie. I'm digging it. All right, there's that. Okay, cool. So now, I suppose I should put some text on here. Let's see. What did I even call this stream? Apparel mockups. Yeah, we'll call it apparel mockups. Apparel, we've got mock-ups. now we got to make this legible. All right, let's see. Oh. I mentioned this in the other streams I've been doing. I'm feeling very inspired right now by David Carson's stuff. Most of my stuff, as you can see in some of these other, let's see, like the thumbnails. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh yeah, even like this one, like it's just aligned. It's very straight and balanced and whatever, which is cool. It's good. But I'm feeling super inspired by David Carson's work and just kind of like slapping stuff on here and making it crazy. It makes me happy. Cool. I dig it. Totally crazy. I just said totally and cool. How old am I? Okay, let's see. Guys, the chat is super quiet today. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon where I'm at here in Montana. Lots of rain, which is good. We need it. It's been dry for a while. Everything's all nice and green and pretty. Where are you guys tuning in from? That's pretty cool. I like it. All right. What else can we do here? Vehicle wraps. Let's make that one next. So let's go grab one of the vehicles. Oh, you know what else we should do to this first? This purple one I think would be cool. Let's oh my gosh. Duplicate this to our thumbnails. Throw it on the apparel mockup board. We'll click OK. Let's convert to a smart object. So that way, as we grab things, add a layer behind it. Get a little brush here, and let's just kind of.
All this time, I've been feeling hopeless till you came around. All this time, you're the only reason I'm not chasing highs. What is love? Lately I've been wondering just what is love? What is love? I don't know. No one ever showed me I've been on my own for too long. But if you hold me now, let me into
Cool.
your heart. Maybe I can start to love again and tend to
I like it. All right, what's next? Let's do the vehicle wraps. Let's go to this one maybe. The 3/4 angle. And the van. All right, so what we're going to do here going to group these. Duplicate the group to the thumbnails document, and we're going to throw it on the vehicle wraps artboard. Click OK. And then something's ringing somewhere. It's my dad. I should probably answer this. Hey, what's up? You're on the live stream. On the live stream. Number 2. Yeah, right. I don't know. I know, right? Yeah, I don't know if the audio's coming through. It's probably not because I entered it on the other phone, but it's all good. I'm probably another half hour on the stream. Yeah, after I'm done with this stream in like a half an hour-ish, we can maybe like in an hour go down there and check it out. Yeah, cool. Awesome. All right, bye. All right, and I'm back. That was my dad. My dad is super cool. And he's going to help me fix some stuff down at the office. So, which is good news that I got a negative COVID test. So it's good. It's good. I can get back out to the real world. All right. I noticed also the stream got a little jumpy there. Hopefully you guys can still hear me, still see me. Just checking this real quick. Just making sure. All right. And then we'll get right back to, doing the things, doing the vehicle wrap. Okay. So we've got this truck. I want the van. Do I have that open already? I've got this one. Let's open that up. I never finished this little section here. Let me do this real quick. Cool. All right. So shadows, we're just going to grab the whole thing, group it. We're going to call this van. And let's duplicate it over to, you guessed it, our Behance Live thumbnails under vehicle wraps. We'll click OK. And then there's one more we did. It wasn't my favorite, but it's worth throwing it in here too. If I can, oh, there it is. Whew. Okay, there it is. There it is. All right. Let's grab all these pieces. I'll take the shadow, but I don't want the background. Group it. We'll call this minivan. There we go. Duplicate. Throw it to the thumbnails, to the vehicle wraps. Click OK. All right, let's go see what we did. Let's go see how it's looking. All right, so vehicle wraps. Start to scale this stuff in place. I'm trying to decide if I want to convert these to a smart object yet, because then the shadows will get all messed up. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. That was weird. Super jumpy. Okay. Too small. Undo. We're going to do it from up here. I'm going to just scrub the W on the width and height slider. Make sure it's locked. So I can just go a little bit at a time and have finer control with it. There we go. The van. Same thing. Scrub down on that W. Move it up into place. So this brought the background with it when I copied it. Let's turn that off. What's up? Is it Meg D over on Behance? Let's turn off that background color. Okay, we got a truck. I want the van to be behind the other one. So let's reorder these here. We're going to have to get them on the same plane. And I don't think this minivan is going to, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. scrub it down. Yeah, this might be difficult to put these all in the same scene and have it look decent. Let's see what happens though. I might just do the two of these. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't know. And it looks darker too. What's going on here? I guess it was just dark to begin with. All right, well. Oh, I see what they did there. Okay, let's come back here. Let's go down to the car layer. And let's just see what details we can add or take away to make it look brighter. Oh, not that one. Oh, it's set to multiply. That's why it's so dark. I don't like that. Let's try this instead. I feel like I'm just talking to myself. You guys are super quiet in the chat today. Super quiet. It's all right, though. Y'all can just look over my shoulder. That was some of my best experience as a graphic designer and learning how to do what I do is just looking over the shoulder of the designers when I had my internship and just learning how they approached the design process. It was some of the best learning I ever had. So, yeah, good stuff. I kind of want to flip this, but I know it's going to look terrible. But I'm going to do it anyway. Because maybe nobody will notice that it's backwards. Oh, man. All right. This is just not going to work how I want it to. I want it to be big enough that we can see the detail. But I don't know, guys. I'm not sure what to do with this one yet. So way back in the day, I used to design the ads for the back of, I forget what it was called. It was like a newspaper magazine folded, I've got a sample of it somewhere, but I used to design the cover and the back ad. And so it was for RVs and had to like cut out the RVs and put the shadows behind them and do all that kind of cool stuff. I really enjoyed it. Why is this not working like I want it to? It's because you're all watching me. It's being weird. All right, let's try it again. I'm just gonna use my arrow keys, nudge it around a little bit. Things are getting real jittery on this thing. It's not super happy with all these layers and streaming and all the other stuff. All right, add a layer behind the truck. Same thing. Let's brush in some stuff. And then we're going to make the van layer, the mask to it. Scrub the opacity way down. Way down. All right. Not loving it. That's all right. We'll keep moving things around until we get happy with it. All right, where are my libraries? There they are. I don't know, guys. I'm not loving it. I'm not sure what to do though. Maybe just one vehicle? All right, and then I need those icons. Let's just keep throwing pieces in here until something good happens. Part of it is they're the wrong angle. All right, let's get some text in here. All right. I don't know. What's up, Gabriel? Yeah, it says it's hard because the pickup. Yeah, I totally get it. No, it's all good. Just saying in your position of ignorance, dude. That's totally. I get it. So what he's saying is like the angles of this, like we've got this truck, they're not shot at the same angle, which makes it very, very difficult to blend them together. So I kind of gave up on blending them together and I just made everything big, and I'm just making I don't know. I'm just kind of going nuts. I've said this like a bunch of times on this stream right now, but I've been super inspired by David Carson's work, watching him on Masterclass right now. And I love it. I love the fresh inspiration. I used to design like this when I first got started, partly out of ignorance, like not knowing how to align things. And now I'm kind of coming back to it a little bit. I wouldn't say my roots, but like, I don't know, where you just have fun with it instead of trying to make everything so perfect or whatever. What I'm trying to do right now, and this, there's a lot going on in this canvas. So I used a template from Envato Elements to grab these vehicles, and I'm trying to figure out, I want to add like a shadow behind the truck. I'm trying to select just the truck. I'm not making any sense. It's all right. Let's keep going. Let's keep the van, actually, is what I'm trying to say. So that's what we could do. Okay. Thinking to myself, I'm going to make a new layer right above this text wraps. I'm going to option click. So now whatever I do on this layer is masked by the word wraps. So for example, if I throw like a gradient on here, it just sticks to the letters. So that, I'm just trying to get it to interact with the box of this truck. So I'm gonna get my brush tool. Do that. Okay, and then I'm gonna change the blend mode down to like 30%. The way I'm changing it with the move tool selected, if I just hit the numbers on the 10 keypad, it changes the opacity up here. Gabriel, yeah, you're fighting over there, but it's great to see this content. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been so where we're at. I am super thankful I get to stream for Behance, and I've got to get my hours in. And my wife just had a baby 5 weeks ago. Pretty fresh. And then my older daughters got COVID, and so we've had to quarantine, and I just haven't been able to stream. So what I like about this, sometimes with my streams, I try to be more like a course where I'm like, hey, here's step 1, here's step 2. But lately, partly an effort just to make sure I get my time in, but also there seems to be a really positive response to just watching me work. And so you'll notice in some of the stream, I've just been like, not even talking, just working, just focused. So right now on today's stream, what I'm trying to do, yeah, writing with your feet. I see you, Gabriel. You're all good. You're all good. But hey, while you guys are here, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you can. Like it. Follow me on Behance or subscribe on YouTube, depending where you're watching this at. I'm also streaming on Twitch right now. But yeah, subscribe, follow, tap the bell, hit the like button, whatever you can do. And then also that way you'll stay in touch as I go live to do more of these things. So this stream specifically, I've been doing all this really fun, cool stuff. It's for a course that's coming out, actually launching literally tomorrow morning on Skillshare about logo design. And I made this Mysterious Energy Coalition logo using a random word generator, came up with random words, and then I designed a logo around it. Well, now I'm designing a brand around that, and it's been a ton of fun. But all of my thumbnails on Behance and YouTube are just random screenshots of my face doing funny things. So my wife was like, you have to change your thumbnails. So I'm changing my thumbnails. All right, let's actually put these to work now. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, and if you want to see that course, so tomorrow on Skillshare it'll be live. I don't have a link here. I can post a link probably for the replay, but if you just search for Derrick Mitchell on Skillshare, you'll see it. And if you're a Vault member, derrickmitchell.com/vault, it'll be in the Vault as well. All right, so let's go ahead and export these and upload them. So I'm just going to export all of these different artboards. I don't need this template version because I don't. So I'm just going to hit the delete key. I don't need this. I'll delete it. Don't need this. I'll delete it. All right. So I've got these 3 different crazy thumbnails. Look good. All right. So let's go ahead and export them. A lot of ways to do it. Quick and dirty is to right click on the layer. Quick export as a PNG right there. Or export as, but that's only going to do whichever artboard you're actually clicked on right now. So next, what I'm going to do is, instead of doing it that way, I'm going to come up here, especially, wow, I'm all over the place. If you're just doing one at a time, or even an individual layer, so that's the artboard, or any individual layer, I could right click on a layer itself and export it quick as a PNG, which is awesome. I use that feature all the time. Or when you're done and you have everything ready to go, you can come here to File, down to Export. I'm going to click Export As. Actually, I'm going to come down here to Artboards to Files this time. All right, so File, Export, Artboards to Files. I'm going to tell it where to save it. All right, and then the prefix, I'll leave it as Behance Live Thumbnails. Only the artboard content. So if some of this artwork goes past the if some of the artwork goes past the artboard, I don't want that to come with it. So I'm only going to do the artboard content. I could do only selected artboard. So if I do that, it's only going to export this top one that's currently still selected. Okay, but I want to do all of them. So I'm going to uncheck that. And now it's going to do every artboard that I have in my document. I'm going to do it as a JPEG. And quality at 9. Let's see. I'll do full quality on this one. Why does it go to 12? Why doesn't it go to like 10? Why is it up to 12 on quality? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. And then I can include the artboard name. So if I click on that, it would put the name of the artboard, like in this case, vehicle wraps, but it would put it on top of the document. So I don't want to be able to see that. So I'm going to turn that off because the artboard name is also going to be included after. So the prefix will be Behance Live Thumbnails, and then it'll say underscore, and then whatever the layer was. I'll click run. Uh-oh, what happened there? So Gabriel, I always want to say Gabriella because our TA for the course's name is Gabriella. She's awesome. Actually hasn't been the TA for a long time because life took us in 2 different directions, but I keep wanting to call you Gabriella because I see the Gabriel over there and my mind goes right to Gabriella. All right, Artboards to Files was successful. I'll click OK. I'll jump back in here to where things I think are at. Nope. Exports. All right, there they are. And the name of the file. Oh, I forgot to put a little underscore or something. I guess I don't have to put an underscore. I could just put a dash. There we go. All right, so we got these images. That's blurry. So my render from Dimension, it was a smaller file and I scaled it up and I had the focus in the wrong spot. So that looks blurry. That's all right though. I can fix that later. That's kind of crazy, but I like it. It's bright. It's going to get attention, I think. All right. Sweet. Now let's just throw these up into here. Okay. So this was the apparel one. Let's go ahead and change the cover. See what I mean? Like, of all the snapshots it could have grabbed of my face, that's the one it grabbed. Oh, well. Let's go to... Was this one apparel? Oh no. Hit a button on my keyboard with my drink. There we go. Wow, what is happening? Third time's the charm. Replace image. Crop and save. Boom, that looks better. Okay, so now we've got this one. That one I don't mind too bad. Boom. Look at that. It's all bright and happy and colorful. I dig it. All right, guys. That is it for me for today. I don't think I'm going live again tonight. I think that was it. I got to check my schedule. But it's been awesome hanging out with you guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe, follow the channel, all the things. If you want to, you can go to my website at derrickmitchell.com, and I have more tutorials up here. If you click on the tutorials tab, a lot more stuff you guys can check out here. I also have the graphic design vault. Here's a button for that. Click on that little button here on the sidebar, and it takes you to the vault so you guys can check out that new course dropping tomorrow. And then last but not least, at the very bottom of my website, you can opt into the newsletter, be first to know when new things are happening, what's going on. That's pretty much it. You guys are awesome. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you later. All right, guys, thanks for watching today. I hope you learned a lot of valuable information, and I appreciate you sticking around to the very end. But before you go, just a couple things I want to remind you. The first is, if you haven't already, feel free to like this video if you can, depending on where you're watching from. Give it a thumbs up, or subscribe, or tap the bell, or give it a follow if you can. And also maybe even just copy the link up in the browser and share it with a friend, or post it to your Facebook page. I'd really appreciate that. But again, just want to say thanks for sticking around, and I'd love to continue going live as much as possible and helping you guys out. So the best way that I can help you is by you commenting on the videos below. I read those comments. I engage with them as soon as I can, if I can, when I see them. So if it's live, I'll try and answer you right away. If this is a replay, you can still comment on the video, and I go back and I read those. So I just wanted to say thanks again for watching, and let me know what you're working on. I'd love to help you out, and hopefully we will see you in the next live. And to be sure you don't miss it, like this video and subscribe and follow and do the things. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.